Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Popcorn Podcast with myself, Jack Logan, and no one else. It's just me. No one else is here, and we're going to talk about some. I'm only kidding. I'm only fooling around.
What? Who's this? It's me!
Fergus is here.
Oh, hello! Hello!
Hello. How are you, Fergus?
Wonderful. Happy to be here. Having a great time recently. You know, I'm making the most of my brat summer.
That was probably the most. I cringed all over my body when you said that, Fergus.
How's your brat summer going, Jack? Are you having a brat summer?
Stop saying that.
I don't, Jack. Can I be honest with you?
Yep.
I have no fucking idea what that means.
Neither do I, Fergus. It's okay.
I don't know what anyone our age is saying. I feel.
I was gonna say I think we're too old for this kind of stuff. To keep up with the lingo, you know.
I feel like an 8-year-old when I'm speaking to people my own age. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck is Skibbity Toilet Jack? What is that? I don't get it.
We were up in Gardenston a few weeks ago, as you know, and we went to this pub, and this singer guy was like, he turned to like Gregor, who's like my wee cousin, and he went, "Do you know what Skibbity Toilet?"
Oh, I know, but
like, yeah, and then he was like, "Oh, my son's obsessed with Skibbity Toilet," like trying to like get in with him, like, "Oh, I know what I'm an old man, and I know what Skibbity Toilet is." Like, I'm pretty sure it's like a guy's head.
Yeah,
or something.
that's all I can make of it. All I know about Skibbity Toilet is that like Michael Bay's a big fan, apparently.
Michael Bay's making a fucking movie.
Yeah, whatever floats his boat, you know. It might be a masterpiece.
You never know. Like they announced, like, everything's like, all these online trends are getting movies. Like they announced that Backrooms movie.
Yeah.
A24's doing, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Which I actually think could be pretty cool. But I don't think we needed a Skibbity Toilet.
No, you're probably right. I remember like there was talks we were gonna make a meme movie. I think Sony was gonna be making the meme movie.
Yeah, well, they've made the Emoji Movie.
Yeah, after the Emoji Movie flopped, I think. Yeah, I think they gave up on that.
James Corden could play a meme.
Yeah, that would be so fucking cool. James Corden as Trollface. That'd be fucking awesome.
Oh, that's yeah. Okay, Fergus, what have you been watching this week?
So usually I watch a lot of stuff, and I have to narrow it down to a few things. But I've watched 2 films since I last. Oh, 3 films, I guess. I watched The Umbrellas of Cherbourg, which is fine. I watched Spider-Man, which is fine. And I watched a great, wonderful little film. I don't know if you've heard of this, Jack.
I know where this is going.
It's called A Man Walks Around a Corner, and my God, I was gripped.
I've heard it gives Pulp Fiction a run for its money.
Yeah, honestly, like The Godfather who? Fuck no.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about a guy who walks around a corner, Fergus?
I don't know if I can, because that basically describes it. Basically, I watched The Umbrellas of Cherbourg the other day, and I went to log it on Letterboxd, and our good friend Mark, who we're always talking about in here, he's a good friend of ours. Hello, Mark. I seen he'd watched something strange that caught my eye called Man Walking Around a Corner. So I looked at it. This is a Letterboxd synopsis. The last remaining production of Le Prince's LPCC Type 16 lens camera is part of a gelatine film shot in 32 images a second, and pictures a man walking around a corner, as we know. It was in Leeds, apparently, and he sent the images to his wife in New York in a letter dated 18th August 1887. That's waffle, but anyways, yeah, I guess it's a relic of the past.
Sure.
In that it's a very, very old type of film, in the vein of like man arriving or train arriving at a station kind of thing, where nothing happens.
Well, I was going to say, can you rank train arriving at a station, guy walks around a corner, and the horse race?
Sally Gardner at a gallop.
That's the one. Rank them best to worst.
That's a tough one because I love all 3 of these films.
Of course.
I truly, to be honest, Train Arriving at a Station is the latest of them.
Mm,
like 1901, I believe. I think cinema peaked there. I don't think they really should have bothered making movies after that one.
sure. Yeah,
What's
yeah,
the
yeah.
point, really?
I agree. I agree. They really peaked early.
Having said that, it might be my least favorite because
Yeah.
for its length, and it's the longest one too. It's a minute long.
Hmm.
Whereas Man Walking Around the Corner is 2 seconds, and Sally Gardner or Gallup, I think, is less.
Yeah.
Um, for its length, it doesn't pack in as much story as the other two. You know, the train arrives at a station, and then for like 30 seconds, we're just watching people get off the train. You
Yeah.
know, whereas Sally Gardner at Gallup and Man Walking Around the Corner, in seconds, they deliver their point. It's clear, you know what's going on. You get
Yeah.
invested in the characters. I don't know. I think it's better.
Sure. I think I would say Sally Gardner at a Gallop is my personal favorite.
I think I would agree.
And I would say I've not well personally I've not watched Man Walks Around the Corner.
Look,
Um,
hold on, we sent you it. I sent it into the group chat.
I never watched.
Why? It's 2 seconds long.
Didn't click on it.
I can do an impression of him if you want.
Yeah, please.
So he just kind of goes like this and looks at the camera, and that's basically all that happens.
Oh, it sounds riveting. I'll need to check
It
it out.
is, yeah. I mean, look, I love corners. As anyone who knows me is aware, I am a huge corner fan. So
Yep.
seeing corner representation in cinema is a big deal to me.
Yes, of course.
So yeah, I mean, I loved it. It was an instant 5 stars.
You know what? I was going to watch a movie after this. I'll probably check that one out.
Yeah,
Um,
that's the way to go for sure. There's really no movie watching experience like it.
Sure, sure. Okay, do you want to talk about an actual movie?
Yeah, sure. Take your pick. Umbrellas of Cherbourg or Spider-Man.
Let's talk about Umbrellas of Cherbourg for a bit because I've been wanting to watch this film for a while and I haven't yet, so I want to hear your
Sure.
thoughts.
Okay, I'm happy to talk about it, Jack.
Okay, thank
Uh,
you, Lucas.
First thing I'm gonna say about it, and this has nothing to do with the film, but I watched it on Canopy, which is a streaming service that we have access to with our uni.
Oh, okay, is it on there? I will
Yeah,
definitely watch it then.
there's a lot of films on Canopy. The
Sure.
issue I have with Canopy is it'll just stop. The movie will just stop like an hour in. It'll like disconnect. And there's nothing wrong with the internet, but it just disconnects. And this happened to me when I was staying in halls as well. So I don't think it's an internet problem. It just does it when I'm watching on my computer.
That's
So
weird.
then the only way to get it to start is to
Uh-huh.
restart my whole PC. And then I have to go back to where it was in the film because it doesn't save your progress, even though I'm signed into it.
Oh, bro, that's crap.
Yeah. Also, I watched La Haine on Canopy,
Oh, okay,
and I
yeah.
watched that on my TV. And the
Mhm.
subtitles were really bad. There was like a black bar behind the subtitles, and it was like flashing on the screen because there was a lot
Nice.
of dialogue. So it would switch between characters, and it would just be flashing like that. And I felt like it was kind of a fit. It's like
Yeah.
you know the bar we have behind text on Snapchat. It was
Yes.
like that, but like really thick. It was like not transparent at all. It's just a black bar, and it kept flickering. Hated it.
Like the opening titles to Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah, yeah,
Flashing in your
yeah,
face.
exactly like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's my issue with Canopy.
Those
Fuck
are,
you,
like,
Canopy.
like the Umbrellas of Cherbourg and La Haine are two films that you really don't want to stop
Yeah,
halfway through.
exactly.
Like they're very well acclaimed movies
Yeah.
that you don't want to stop and then have to
Yeah.
just take you straight out of the experience of it.
Exactly. It does it every time. And La Haine wasn't bad. It didn't do that with La Haine, but
Okay.
the subtitles were the issue with La Haine because
Yeah.
that appears to only be a TV issue. So
Yeah.
can't win with Canopy.
No.
But Umbrellas of Cherbourg is a wonderful film for those unaware, which I think is quite a popular film to be fair. I think quite a few people have seen it, but it's a French movie from 1964. I want to say, double
Mhm.
check, 1964. Basically, me and Jack spoke very briefly before the podcast, and Jack said he'd heard it was like basically La La Land before La La Land came along.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's basically how I describe it. It's absolutely gorgeous. You know how Technicolor looks,
Yeah.
and it's a real
sure.
kind of feel that we don't really get these days. Very rare that a film's actually able to recapture that, I think.
Yeah.
But Umbrellas of Cherbourg is beautiful in that regard. Probably one of the best looking films I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, the colors just pop right off. And there's some parts where it didn't look like it was from 1964. It looked way more recent than that.
I've seen little clips of it, and it definitely looks
Mhm.
like a beautiful film, and it looks aesthetically a lot like La La Land.
Yeah,
Like the way
exactly.
La La Land uses colors as well,
Yeah.
like very similar.
You can definitely tell it's one of Damien Chazelle's, like, biggest inspirations for that film.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it's one of Damien Chazelle's like favorite movies. So
Mhm.
it's not surprising to me that he basically made a movie like
Yeah,
was paying homage to it.
yeah. But, yeah, pretty much. Now one thing to note about The Umbrellas of Cherbourg that I didn't know about going into it is it's a musical, but it's not exactly musical numbers, it's non-stop singing. Uh,
Oh, okay.
Literally every line of dialogue is sang in this movie.
Like your favorite Les Mis.
Like my favorite Les Mis. No, it's not as relentless. Well, I guess it kind of is, but it's basically just the whole film is just singing along to whatever track's playing. Or it's not really tracks. It just kind of. I feel like the music's kind of modeled around the dialogue almost.
Okay. Okay.
Um, no, it's in French. And from my 4 years of taking French, and I still can't speak a word of that language.
Yeah.
Um, it's quite a lengthy language. You know, like they use a lot of words in each
Yeah.
sentence, so
Yeah.
it doesn't always flow perfectly. Or
Okay.
sometimes, like a lyric that sounds a bit like kind of trying to force it a little bit into the song. But I think it works on the whole pretty well. And
Okay.
it's very unique gimmick as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You give it a 4 out of 5. Is that right?
4 out of 5, yeah. Uh,
That's solid.
yeah,
I know a lot of people would probably disagree and put it higher.
it was close to 4.5, to be fair. I think I'm kind of tempted to put it to 4.5.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one that I was saying to Fergus. I've got my letterbox watch list, and then I've got
Mm,
like a notes watch list on my phone.
mhm.
And it's one that's been on there for a while. And I think the only reason I've not watched it is I've not known anywhere to watch it.
Sure, yeah.
So now that you've mentioned Canopy, however, I'm not
If
looking
you
forward
want
to
to use that, you
yeah,
know.
I'm not looking forward to having to reset my PC after an hour.
Yeah, proceed
Um,
at your own risk with that.
so yeah, I might check it out now. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
got a Blu-ray release or anything.
I tried to look for one. I think there's a Criterion release, but I don't know if they have it in Region B.
Oh, okay, sure.
So,
But yeah, it's definitely one that I'm really interested in because, as everyone knows, I love La La Land. It's one of
do
my favorite
you?
films. Yeah, I don't know if you knew this, Fergus, but I'm actually a big La La Land
You've
fan.
never mentioned it.
No, no. I try and keep it on the down low a bit, play it
Mm,
off. Because guys aren't meant to like musicals, you know what I mean?
no. As soon as I hear singing, I just switch off, you know.
Oh, yeah, 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 exactly, exactly. Just turn it
Like,
off. That's not for the likes of us, Fergus.
yeah, and it's so unrealistic. Like nobody sings on top of her car, you know. Like that would
Yeah,
never happen. And they open like
exactly.
the back of a van, and there's like a band in there, and they just
Oh,
start
yeah.
playing along. That
It's
when has that ever happened?
so dumb. So I like
Yeah,
more realistic things like Avengers, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
exactly. Morbius is where it's at.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's
Um,
firmly rooted in reality.
but yeah, La La Land's great. So I've been wanting to watch that, knowing it's
Yeah.
the like sole inspiration
Hmm.
behind it. So I'll need to check it out, and especially as well that you've recommended it.
Hmm.
So
And I think I've also seen people saying a lot of the Joker 2 trailer looks inspired by it. So
yeah,
I guess watch it in preparation for Joker 2 if you're planning on seeing that.
I was actually going to talk to you about Joker 2. Did you watch the trailer?
I have. I've seen both of them.
What thoughts?
I don't know. I really don't know what to make of it. It looks
Yeah,
interesting.
I'm
I
in this exact same boat. Like I know you're not a huge fan of the first one. Is that right?
no, I think it's good, but not anything great.
Sure. I adore the first one. And I was very much in the camp of they shouldn't make a sequel, like
Mm,
a lot of people were. Um, but they're going down this kind of musical route with it, and I'm
mm,
like, it's different. It'll be something
mhm.
unique. So I'm excited to see it for that.
Yeah,
And I love Lady Gaga, so I'm excited to see it for that. But I don't know if it'll be any good or not.
I'm just excited to see what Steve Coogan's up to in that one. He looks like maybe a
Yeah,
therapist or something
yeah,
from
yeah,
the
yeah.
trailer.
I'm pretty sure he's Joker's therapist in it.
Yeah, which should be Harley Quinn, by the way, but that's not the route we're taking in it.
Yeah, they're going down the route of she's also a mental patient or
Yeah,
something along the lines of
yeah.
that.
To be fair, Joker is not really an adaptation of like the Batman's Joker. You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of its own thing.
Well, Batman. is a kid in Joker, right? Like,
Yeah,
and
that's right.
that's very not how the story.
Mhm.
Is that how the original story
No,
went? No.
no.
But yeah, I'm excited to see it, but also like really nervous for it at the same
Sure.
time
Yeah, me
because
too.
it I still don't think it needs to be made. Like
Mhm.
Joker was content the way it was.
Yeah. I have no clue what to make of it, so I'm just gonna watch it and see how it goes.
Yeah, I know people are boycotting it, and I'm like, the trailers are interesting enough to me that I'm not wanting to boycott it.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm nervous for it. I will say, in terms of the original Joker, the only thing that I really despise about it
Mhm.
is it ends. Well, it doesn't end, but the scene where Joker gets on top of the car at the end
Mhm.
and is like dancing, I'm like, that's the perfect place to end it.
Mhm.
And then they do this random wee bit in the hospital at the end. I'm like, you've just ruined what could be a perfect end to a
Sure, yeah.
film. But yeah, now that we're getting a sequel, I'm not as bothered about that, I guess, because there's
Mhm.
more story anyway, apparently.
Yeah. One
Um,
thing that I'm excited about for Joker 2, and I don't know if this is a spoiler, I don't think it is.
okay.
I don't think it's at all, but I don't think it's mentioned in the trailer. Maybe it is, I don't remember. I was looking
Mhm.
at the cast list in Letterboxd and I seen we're gonna be getting Harvey Dent, which is exciting.
Yes,
Because
yes, I read
Two-Face
that
is my
online.
favorite Batman villain, so
Yeah, I'm excited for. I don't know how they're going to play that either.
hmm.
Do you know who's playing him?
I don't know his name off the top of my head, no.
Okay. Because I didn't think they would introduce any other characters.
Mm,
Like I thought it would just be kind of a Joker and Harley Quinn movie. So
mhm.
it's interesting to me that they're bringing in Two Face and stuff.
Yeah, I kinda hope they don't go down the Two-Face route, though. I kinda don't really want it to be Joker and Two-Face. I think just having Harvey Dent would be fine. I'd be content with
Yeah,
that. Kinda
yeah,
like the, Tim Burton Batman, where Harvey Dent was in that.
yeah.
I he
They might be setting up for a Joker 3, Fergus. Who knows?
ooh, maybe. Ooh, I'd like to see Two-Face in, Matt Reeves' films.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah, I think he'd fit
because
in well there.
I love Matt Reeves' Batman. Like,
Mhm.
genuinely, maybe one of my favorite comic book films ever.
Mm.
Like, it is fantastic. But again, the ending where they brought Joker into it,
Oh, I fucking hate that.
I'm like, yeah, we don't need another Batman
Yeah.
Joker movie.
I'm
there's
sick of this fucker.
there's
I'm sure
so
Barry
many
Keoghan will do him
characters.
justice, but
Oh yeah, 100%. He's good. That's good casting.
yeah.
But there's so many Batman Joker films. Like
Mhm,
it's actually like there's so many characters that DC's butchered that you
mhm,
could actually do, like Mr. Freeze and stuff.
mhm,
Like give us a good Mr. Freeze or Poison
mhm.
Ivy or something like that, you know?
Better Bane than Tom Hardy's would be cool.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Just give us something more interesting than the Joker because
Mhm.
I feel like the first one doing the Riddler well. Not that Jim Carrey wasn't good at it. I liked Jim Carrey. He
Mhm.
was a funny wee guy as the Riddler. But I felt like the next one, obvious route would be to do that again with a character that we've not seen done in that light.
Yeah.
Whereas the Joker's always done in a kind of like Heath Ledger's Joker and
Mhm.
Joaquin Phoenix's Joker are done kind of in a similar way, very dark,
Yeah.
very like character studies almost. And I feel like we're just going to get that again
Mhm.
in Batman 2, which is a bit annoying.
Yeah, what I don't really like about the, Joker and the Batman thing,
Hmm.
and we've not really seen his face fully, but I don't really like this whole, like, facial disfigurement thing that we're going for with him. I
Yeah,
think it's
yeah,
cooler when the Joker just wears clown makeup. I think that's cooler.
yeah. I actually kind of agree with that. Kind of shows how mental he is in a way.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
yeah. Yeah, but we'll see what happens with Joker 2.
Anyways,
Anyway,
Umbrellas of Cherbourg was very good.
you want
To cap it off.
do you want me to talk about a film that I watched,
Yeah,
Fergus?
let's hear about it. I don't know what you're gonna talk about. I think you've seen a few things lately,
I've
so
seen I've watched one new film and
okay,
I've rewatched three things since
okay.
last time. And
Oh, I know what the new film is.
that's what I'm going to talk about right now.
Perfect.
I'll start off by saying I have went on record on this podcast, me and you, Fergus. I know you've
Mhm,
changed your mind on the film, but
mhm.
me and you both have went on record saying The Big Lebowski is overrated.
Yes.
And I know you've since rewatched it and liked it a lot more.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said it was overrated because I hadn't seen it since I was like 13. So yeah.
I watched it in, I think 2020 or 2021,
Mm,
for the first time, and I thought it was good but not great.
sure.
And the Coen Brothers, it's their like best film according to a lot of people.
Yeah, I think
Obviously,
most people would say No Country for Old Man, to be fair.
yeah, that's true. I forgot about that one. But that kind of that or Big Lebowski, I guess, are kind of
Yeah.
thrown around as being their greatest film. So in a way, I was like, oh, if I've seen their peak movie and I thought it was all right, maybe they're just not for me. Maybe that's
Mhm.
just not my style. But I decided to give them another go, and I watched Fargo, and absolutely loved it.
Yeah, I
I
love
thought it was
Fargo.
fantastic. I thought it was such a entertaining movie. Like how you're close to putting Umbrellas of Cherbourg to 4.5. I'm close to putting Fargo to a 5.
Mm,
It is probably one of the closest to a perfect movie I've seen in a while.
mhm.
It is just everything about it kind of worked, and I don't know why I've not got it as a 5. There's something I don't know if it's just I need to rewatch it in the future, and then that'll make my decision if it goes to a 5 or not. Like if it holds up
Yeah,
on rewatch. But yeah, it was such a perfect film, and Steve Buscemi in that movie is so good.
I love him. I love Steve
He's
Buscemi and everything, but in Fargo,
oh
he's
yeah,
brilliant.
yeah, he's excellent, and it's crazy. Like he seemed to be in all these kind of 90s iconic films.
Yeah,
Like he's in Reservoir Dogs, and he's in Pulp Fiction, just in like one little scene.
yeah, Big Lebowski.
He's in The Big Lebowski, and then he's in Fargo. Like so
Yeah,
many acclaimed movies, and I feel like he's quite underrated in terms of actors. Like I don't think a lot of people give
mhm.
him the love he deserves.
Yeah, and people like Steve Buscemi, but no one really goes out and appreciates him as they should.
Yeah, yeah. So I would actually, I think I'd say it's either that or Reservoir Dogs. Is I think that's maybe his best performance.
Mm,
Fargo or Reservoir Dogs, because he was really good in Fargo,
mhm.
really funny. And yeah, the whole plot just gripped me from the start. Frances McDormand's really good in it too.
Yeah, and she doesn't come into it till a bit later on, does she? But
Yeah, yeah. So they do the whole kind of. I won't spoil anything because I feel like it as a film you need to kind of go in unspoiled.
yeah,
Um, but there's a whole kind of 30-minute segment I want to say at the start. Of this kind of perfect plan that just goes wrong.
yeah,
Um,
in every possible way.
yep. And then Francis McDormand plays the cop that comes in
Mhm.
to try and work out what happened. Um, and yeah, it's a very clever film. Possibly think it maybe wrapped up a little too quickly. Like
Sure.
it feels very quickly done at the end, but
Mhm.
at the same time, kinda a perfect ending in a way. So
Sure.
I don't know. I'm still thinking thoughts with it. Like I wrote my letterbox review for it, and I was like, I feel like there's so much more that I want to say, but I just can't
Mhm.
put it down into words. Like it's one of those. I will say, what was Francis McDormand's husband called?
Norm.
Norm is the
The
best
new
cinematic
Norm.
character of all time.
Can I just make a side note here?
Yeah.
Right. Have you seen the new Norm?
No.
Oh my god. It's basically this far right animated sitcom. It's gonna be on X, and they put out this like 3-minute pilot. It's the worst thing I've seen in my life.
The new Norm.
Genuinely garbage.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna write this down and watch it after
Please
this.
do. Dude, it's fucking terrible. It has like every generic far right joke you could imagine. It's
it's
so
got
bad,
it's
bro.
got a 1 out of 10 on IMDb.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's actually shocking. Well, okay, I'm gonna watch that after this. That'll be fun.
Alright. Sorry
Anyway,
sorry to interrupt your little Fargo bit. I remembered the new Norm. I had like flashbacks when
sure.
you said Norm.
Vietnam flashbacks of the new
Yeah.
Norm. But yeah, Norm and Fargo.
Mhm.
What a guy! What a happy
Yeah.
little guy. He's
Love
just.
him.
I'm gonna. He's like opening line is like, "Oh, I'm gonna fix you some eggs," and I'm like, "I want
Yeah.
Norm. I want Norm to fix me some eggs." What a
That'd be
guy!
lovely. Open a
Yeah.
B&B, Norm. That'd be great.
Fargo 2. That would be so good.
Mhm.
If Norm's opens a B&B and it's like four in a bed, but Norm.
It's like
Um,
a murder mystery in Norm's B&B.
Fergus, I think we might be onto something here.
Yeah,
I think we need to write to the Coen Brothers.
yeah, let's do it.
But yeah, really great film. Like
Mhm.
really, I want to check out the show now. I heard the show's
Yeah,
good too.
yeah, I've heard of it. It's an
Um,
anthology show, isn't it?
yeah, yeah. I think each season's its own thing. I think that's the
Yeah,
kind of where it's at, which kind of works. I feel because I feel like Fargo could have been like the movie Fargo could have been very anthology. Like they could have done other
yeah,
films set in the same place but different
yeah,
stories if they'd wanted to, and it would have worked. So I kind of see why they went down that route. But yeah, Fargo, top tier. And another thing with the whole, because I remember talking to someone, I can't remember who it was, but they told me that the accents and everything put them off,
mm,
like the way the people speak in it.
yeah,
Like they found it like really insanely annoying. I don't know
yeah,
if it was my parents that said that to me, maybe, and they turned them off because they were like, I can't stick the way these people are talking.
yeah,
I found it hilarious. I found it
yeah,
so. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
yeah,
It was so good.
yeah.
And it was not to use. I hate the word, but I can't think of any other word. It was quirky.
Sure, yeah,
It was very quirky, and
yeah,
I liked that about it. It gave it kind of a unique feel.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah. Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I do really love Fargo as well. It's probably my second favorite Coen Brothers film. My favorite is Burn After Reading, which Frances McDormand is also in, and she's wonderful in that.
Is that not one of your more controversial kind of opinions?
Yeah, I think so.
A lot
To
of
be
people don't
fair,
like Burn After Reading.
no, I don't think they don't like it. I just think they don't have it as high as the other films that the Coens have done, which is fair enough. But I don't know. I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
I will say you said about Fargo about how that ends quite quickly. Um, the ending of Burn After Reading is maybe the biggest piss take of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll need to check. It may be my next one. I want to rewatch Big Lebowski now. So
Sure.
that's high up on my
Would
list to do.
recommend.
But yeah, then I might check out because I've got Burn After Reading on Blu-ray.
Mhm.
So that might be my third Coen Brothers film. I
Brad
don't know
Pitt's
what.
really good.
Yeah, I've heard Brad Pitt's amazing in it.
Mhm.
I don't know what it is about No Country for Old Men. There's something that puts me off it, and I don't know
Mm.
why. I've had a DVD copy of that for ages, and I've just never put it on.
Mhm.
Have you seen it?
I have seen it. I'm not gonna talk about it because I have a few things to say on it. I'm
Okay,
not. No, we're not getting into that.
okay,
I
okay,
don't love it.
okay. I was
Mhm.
gonna say, do you not enjoy it?
I like it. It's a good movie. I
Okay,
don't love it
okay,
as much as everyone else does.
sure. Javier Bardem's in that, right?
Yeah, he's brilliant.
Yeah,
He
I've
is
heard
fantastic.
he's a villain in it, right?
Yeah, Anton Chigurh.
Yeah, I don't know if Javier Bardem could play a good guy. He's got a very villain like.
What about Stilgar? Well, I don't know if Stilgar's the best guy to be fair, but he's very funny in Dune 2.
Oh, I've not watched Dune 2 yet.
Dude, you gotta watch Dune 2 just for Stilgar. He's like the biggest meat writer of all time. He's just constantly sucking off Paul Atreides.
Brilliant. Okay, Fergus, do you want to give us something else that you watched?
Yeah,
Oh well, Spider-Man.
yeah, you've got a choice of one.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So a couple months ago in America, Sony re-released the Spider-Man movies in cinemas because Madam Web flopped spectacularly.
Yep.
For some reason,
Yeah, I don't know why. Like Madam
people
Web
just they
peak
needed to give
cinema.
it a chance. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
so many trolls on the internet were giving it a bad reputation. People just believed that at face value and never bothered seeing it.
Yeah.
Guys, go watch Madam Web. It is the best movie
There
you'll
was a
ever
lot of
see.
YouTubers that went on and gave them bad reviews and stuff.
Yeah, it's obviously corporate sabotage. You know, we're trying to take down Sony.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
But anyways, a few months later, we're now getting Spider-Man films in the UK. Yippee! So went with my friend Chair and my friend Botty to go and see Spider-Man, and it's still really good.
I have a question, Fergus.
Yeah.
Who was it I interacted with in your Minecraft world? Who was that?
Oh,
that
that was
you?
Crispy Chicken. That was Kyle.
Chris. I have officially, even though it was virtually, I've officially interacted with one of these friends that Fergus keeps bringing up.
Yeah, you've
Crispy
mingled.
Chicken.
Yeah.
Crispy Chicken.
What
And
are your thoughts?
seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, he's alright, isn't he?
I have been exposed to Crispy Chicken's real name, however,
Uh,
and it's kind of ruined the magic
did
for
I?
me.
Right. I'm. It's not actually Kyle. That's what we all call him as a joke
Oh, okay, okay.
because there's like stereotypes attached to that name.
I was disappointed. I don't know why, but I had like the chicken guy from Breaking Bad in my head whenever I
That's
picked him.
exactly who it is. That's literally who it is.
No way.
Yeah. Which one are you talking about?
What?
The chicken from Family Guy, did you say?
No.
Oh. Oh, right. No, it's not him, man. Whoever it is you are talking about.
I was talking about him from Breaking Bad. Giancarlo
Oh.
Esposito's character.
Oh, Gus.
Gus
No.
Fring, yeah.
No. Yeah, he is actually a chicken from Family Guy, though.
Ah, okay. That's not as exciting, sadly.
Really? He has a
Yeah.
Fortnite skin.
That one's definitely not as exciting then.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah. No, Spider-Man is brilliant though. Sam Raimi, Spider-Man, of course. In my mind, Spider-Man 2 is still my favorite, and we'll see if
Yeah.
that holds up on Saturday.
Sure.
But Spider-Man's still brilliant. And it's better than I remembered it being, honestly.
Oh, I love the first Spider. For ages, that was my favorite, and then it changed to Spider-Man 2 in my last rewatch.
Mhm.
I need to watch them again because I haven't seen them in years.
Mm. Oh, dude, can you just give me a second? Hold on, I forgot to turn off Discord notifications. Hold on a minute.
So good.
It's
Yeah,
pissing
so
me off. Hold on. Okay. Sorry.
it's cool. Yeah, are they releasing like the Amazing Spider-Man films as well? Or
Sadly, I'm not gonna waste my time with that.
are they doing the Tom Holland ones as well?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, you need to go see No Way Home.
I'd go see No Way Home. I am sad. I'm gonna be in London in a couple weeks, and I'm gonna miss Spider-Man 3. So
Oh,
yeah,
you're missing peak, man.
I actually really like Spider-Man 3. I have said I like it more than the original, but I don't think that's true anymore.
Yeah, sure.
But I still like Spider-Man 3. It's a
We
guilty
should-
pleasure.
We should go see No Way Home and just start
Yeah.
absolutely going ape shit when Toby and Andrew.
That would
come
be
up.
so cool. We would
Yeah.
impress everyone for cool
Yeah,
knowledge. Because I would be
yeah.
able to explain to those unaware in cinema. Those guys played Spider-Man in the old movies.
Yeah, yeah. And when Daredevil appears, you can be like,
Oh,
that's
that's
Daredevil.
actually Matt Murdock. Wow.
Um,
we can go and see it if you want. I think it'll be on when I move back to Edinburgh, so we can go see it if you want.
yeah, it's not a bad shout, but I love No Way Home. I know you're not huge.
I don't
on
mind it.
it. Well, you know I like it a lot more than you, I
Yeah.
guess. But yeah,
I-
I love No Way Home.
More Willem Dafoe can't be a bad thing. You
Yeah,
know.
that is true. What's your
Will-
thoughts on a kind of separate note? What's your thoughts on Homecoming and Far From Home?
Fine. I prefer Homecoming over to them.
Do you? Okay, I prefer
Yeah.
Far From Home. I think just a little. I
Sure.
really love Vulture in Homecoming.
Yeah,
Vulture
me too.
so good. Michael Keaton's amazing.
Very good scene in that movie in the car when
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
frightening Peter. That's
excellent scene. And then
a wonderful scene.
there's a really good scene at the end where he comes in and he's like, I think this has got something to do with Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, beautiful. You gotta love it.
Yeah.
You just gotta love it. Oh, and also we get introduced to Scorpion as well, who we've not seen any action from him since
Yeah.
that post-credit scene.
I remember rewatching the MCU after it was. I think it was my second time going through them all,
Mhm.
and being shocked at the amount of post-credit scenes and stuff and like characters introduced that they just done nothing with.
Yeah.
Like so many plates spinning, and a few of them obviously just got smashed.
Yeah. We'll
it's
see.
actually
I
a bit
mean,
mad.
we've yet to see Harry Styles' impact on the MCU at this point.
Yeah, like that
for
was
example.
over 3 years ago now, and
Yeah.
there's just been nothing. I'm pretty sure Blade also got introduced in that, and
Mhm.
we've yet to see them do anything with the new Blade, Mahershala Ali's Blade.
Mhm.
I know they are making a film, but seems like such a weird like. There's never going to be any interaction between the Eternals and Blade. Like that
Yeah.
post-credit scene is going to be null and void at this point.
Yeah, probably. To be
Um,
fair, I think we're just kind of sweeping the Eternals under the rug at this point.
Oh yeah, no one liked it.
No.
Well,
But we're not
I-
really talking about Eternals.
I do know a few people liked it, but
No. Cut them out of your life.
not me. No, I
Spider
won't cut them
Man.
on the life because
Jack, please.
I know Courtney and Ryan enjoyed
Oh,
Eternals.
please, guys, hey, don't unsubscribe or anything, please.
We've just lost our only two
Fuck,
listeners of the
fuck, what are we gonna
podcast.
do? Oh my god. Well, it's over, man. It's cancelled. That's it. This is the
Yeah.
last episode. Fuck it.
Yeah.
All right, it's over.
See you later, guys. Goodbye.
Okay, let's talk about Spider-Man quickly.
Sure. Yep.
Great film. Willem Dafoe is wonderful, and I love him. I love him to bits. Love Willem Dafoe. And he's great as Norman Osborn, who I think, honestly, my favorite Spider-Man villain is Doctor Octopus. But out of the films, I think Green Goblin's better.
Willem Dafoe is excellent. Like he's
Yeah.
so good in that role.
Mhm.
Probably the best, like on-screen Spider-Man villain we've ever gotten. He's
For sure.
brilliant.
I think all the casting is very good in Spider-Man. Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire. J.K. Simmons, obviously, as J. Jonah
J.K.
Jameson.
Simmons is excellent in it.
Perfect. As is Rosemary Harris and what's the name of the guy that plays Uncle Ben? Cliff Robertson. They're both very good as well.
Yeah. Do you like James Franco in it?
Well, I was gonna say that was the only thing I didn't love about the film. He wasn't doing much for me this time.
Okay. But, he's good in Spider-Man 3 though, Vic. It's just you wait, you get to see peak Franco. It's the scene where he's in the like cafe.
Yeah.
And he like turns around and like holds up his mug and the bus goes in front.
Yeah.
It's just gone.
Yeah, and like the scene where the butler reveals to him how his father died in Spider-Man 3. Like why was that not established in Spider-Man 2? Why was there a whole film between him learning the truth?
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, Spider-Man is great, and I'm glad
film.
you got to see it in cinemas.
Very mental shit going on in that movie, by the way. Sam Raimi had some strange ideas for that one. There's a bit when Spider-Man's turning into, or Peter's turning into Spider-Man, and there's like flying skulls going across the screen. Like, what the fuck's going on here? I don't. What are you doing?
Was your screening busy?
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
There was a highlight, probably the highlight of the movie. Was some random guy just got up, walked down the stairs to the front of his screen, and just walked out the fire exit for some reason. I don't know why.
That's brilliant.
The fire door is like beneath the screen, so he just wandered out.
Yeah, bro thought he booked tickets to see Madam Web. Just fuming.
That would be disappointing if Spider-Man came on.
When did I tell you I think I told you my story of when we went to see Deadpool and Wolverine. Some people came in halfway through the movie, and it was again no spoilers, but it was and during a scene there was quite a big fight scene, quite a big battle scene, quite an important battle scene, quite a violent battle scene, and this guy walked in with like kids and just shouted, "This isn't Despicable Me," and walked back out again. The kids
I wish I'd seen Despicable Me instead of Deadpool, but we're not getting into that. You know what happened in my Deadpool screening? Deadpool and Wolverine themselves were actually there, a few seats in front of me. They were actually they were just watching a movie. I thought that was pretty fucking awesome.
It shows you what good guys Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman are.
Yeah, I'll give it to them. You know, it was like an independent cinema as well. You know, that was great. I love seeing their support.
Did you get any clapping in your cinema?
No.
We didn't get any either. I went with Harvey, and Harvey absolutely hates it. Like it's a burning hatred for any like laughing or clapping or cheering in a cinema. And I was like, even if nobody else does it, Harvey, I am going to scream. I knew it was like it's a massive cameo bait film. So I knew there was going to be multiple opportunities for me to. And it was actually a bit awkward because they do this thing where they leave room for the clapping, like they don't have any dialogue, so audiences can clap.
Yeah.
So there was a character that walked on, and it was just silence. This is a bit awkward. Like when you rewatch No Way Home without the clapping, when Andrew takes off the mask, it is literally 3 seconds of just silence.
Yeah.
It's mad.
That only really works in America, I think, because they love cheering and clapping in America.
To be fair, when we went to see No Way Home, we got a lot of clapping.
Yeah, I mean, I guess on
Um,
opening night as
so that
well,
was
it can be expected a bit more, but like after it's
yeah,
come out, it's not happening.
yeah,
I will
sure.
say one thing about Deadpool at my screening.
Mm.
Ryan Reynolds is a lot shorter than I thought he was.
What height is he?
Oh well, he was like 5 foot maximum. I don't know what was going on there. I didn't, and also like Wolverine was like had blonde hair, like
Mm.
long blonde hair. I don't know what's
It's
going on
it's
there.
it's all camera trickery, Fergus.
Sure,
Like
yeah,
it's just yeah, they make them look as best they can,
yeah, yeah,
Um, okay, I'm going to quickly talk about another film,
yeah.
and
We
then we'll
should go
crack on
quickly because
with the
we're
main event. I'll quickly talk about two films, right?
oh
Very, very
fuck,
quickly.
this is
They
not
were
happening.
three films. They were
For fuck's sake.
they were all rewatches, so I'll be quick.
Okay,
Rewatched Bo Burnham Inside. Still one of my favorite things ever. Absolutely adore it.
do
Watched
like
it with
Bo
my
Burnham.
friend Sophie. Sophie also enjoyed it.
Yes.
Favorite song has changed.
Okay.
Favorite song in that watch was one that actually kind of goes underrated, I think. 30
Oh, sure.
was my
Turning
favorite.
30.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's normally that funny feeling that's peak for me.
Mm,
But 30 had me laughing a lot. And sexting also always makes me laugh. Like that
sure.
one's hilarious.
And we did try you on that in the song quiz we done a couple episodes ago.
Yes, you did.
Uh,
Then I rewatched Kingsman: The Secret Service.
oh, I was gonna say Unlucky, but I like that one. It's the other two Kingsman films I don't like.
Really enjoyed it. Forgot how
Yeah.
good it was. Wrote a little review on Letterboxd for it. So Letterboxd down in the description. So's Fergus's. If you want to
Yay.
read that, all I basically said was it's probably the best spy parody film out there.
Mhm.
And I think it achieves that by not just parodying spy films, but also being a good spy film in its own right.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think
very
maybe rivaled by the original Casino Royale in terms of being a spy parody.
Fergus, you were going so well as my co-host, but I think I need to fire you now.
Yeah,
Like,
no, that's fine. Bring Sophie on. I don't know. I've
and
had a good
then
run, but
yeah, that's true. And then I rewatched Mamma Mia
oh, peak. Love
last
Mamma
night.
Mia.
And for this, I'll just read my Letterboxd review.
Uh-huh.
I said if Tanya sang "Does Your Mother Know to Me," I would fold so damn quickly. It's actually embarrassing.
Is Tanya Christine Baranski's character?
Yes,
Okay, yeah, I
the
understand.
the one that's pals with, yeah, Julie
Ah,
Walters.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
understood.
that's what I've watched recently. Mamma Mia is actually a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I was complaining about it because I watched it with Sophie, Josh, and Alexander,
Mhm.
all from uni, all of which you know.
Do I?
Um,
Oh, Alexander! Oh,
it's
my
all
friend Alexander.
Alexander.
Hello, Alexander. My
I,
best
I
friend.
I don't know if we were watching, but yeah.
Uh-huh.
We all three of us watched it, and I was kind of complaining before it. I was like, I don't want to watch Mamma Mia. I had a
Mm.
great time. I had such a fun
Yeah,
time.
I like Mamma Mia. I will say, not huge on Does Your Mother Know as a song.
My favorite ABBA song, bro.
It's a lower tier for me.
Wrong, incorrect opinion. But
I
I
like
will
Knowing
say,
Me, Knowing You.
oh, knowing me, knowing you is good. Uh-huh.
Aha! Oh,
but,
wait, can I just say something about that?
yeah.
Because we're talking about this with Joker 2 earlier, but I forgot
Oh.
to mention it. I got a funny notification, like, you know, you get these, like, notifications from, like, news sites about, like, oh, here's some details about this film or whatever. Do you get these?
Mm-hmm.
I got one, a couple of weeks ago where it was, is Steve Coogan playing Alan Partridge in Joker 2?
Please.
I would love that.
That
That'd
would
be
be
great.
so good.
Joker could go on Alan
fantastic.
Partridge's talk show, and it could be a repeat of a Murray Franklin show.
Yeah, that would actually be peak cinema,
I'd
by
love
the
that.
way. But yeah, the one thing I will say about Mamma Mia, no one talks like a normal human being in that movie.
Yeah.
Everyone says things that no one would say.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually, and they also, I said this to Sophie, and I said this to the room, and it got me a
Room?
horrible.
2003?
Yes, exactly. I said it to all three of the people I was watching it with, and it got me an evil glare from Sophie.
Mm-hmm.
But they try so hard to fit the songs in naturally.
Yeah.
they create plot points just so they can sing a song.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's actually mental, like how many times they actually do it. Like they'll
Mhm.
go, "Oh, this character did this thing. Let's sing a song about it."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
but yeah, I guess that's kind of the fun in it. Like I was
Mm.
laughing away at that.
Mm.
So yeah, it's a good movie. I like it. I've never seen the sequel, but I'm going to check it out soon.
Have fun. I actually like a sequel as well.
Oh,
Not as
cool.
good as the first one, but
Okay.
yeah, Mamma Mia is fun. It's not a very subtle movie at all. Like you said, the segues into the songs are fucking terrible.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's fun. It's cheesy. It's wholesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to get into what we're doing today,
No,
Fergus?
I'm gonna tell you every movie I've watched in the past year. I've decided. Let's just do it.
Let's not do that because I
Okay.
think that would take a
Mm.
while.
You might be on some. We'll split it into parts. Okay. No. I'll transition into the
So,
topic.
so I've heard you've been cooking up a storm, Fergus.
Yeah, definitely didn't leave this to the last minute. Oh no.
Well, to be fair, I did message you last night, being like, "Oh, by the way, we were going to do Inside Number 9 Part 2," and I was like,
Yeah.
"I've not watched it all, and there's no chance I'm going to watch it all."
The thing is, I knew that would happen, so I really should have had more time to plan. I had a whole week and I did not plan accordingly.
hmm
But it's fine. I've had this idea for a while and I thought we can try it. And it's something we can do in other episodes, so maybe this will be part one. Who knows?
Okay, okay. I'm
Um,
excited to see what we've got in store here.
so basically, Jack, today
Uh-huh.
I've been traveling around the multiverse. I've been looking into other universes to see what's been happening. I've been working with the TVA and Matthew
No way.
McFadden.
No
Yeah.
way. No way. Have you created like your own machine? Remember how I created the World Wide Wide Whiz Machine 3000 2.0?
Uh,
Have you created a machine to
no,
travel the? Oh.
no, just kind of got abducted by Matthew McFadden. I've just been going about, and I've been seeing loads of different universes where there's been big fights happening.
Yeah, you
Between
have to do a lot of fourth wall breaks now in this podcast
yes,
episode,
yeah, and
Fergus.
I have to say fuck, and oh, time to go and do some cocaine. No, I've seen a lot of different fights happening across the universe.
Okay.
Between many different characters, but I've never seen how they ended. So today, Jack, I'm gonna get you to predict the ending to a bunch of death battles that I've come
Okay.
up with. Yeah,
That's pretty fun. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. I'm into this. I'm into this.
little hypotheticals.
Okay.
So there's 20 for you
Okay.
to work out how they would end.
Okay.
So should I just start us off? And I think
Yeah,
you've seen all these. So
let's do it. I'm excited.
all right, let's do it. Give me a second though. I've just come up with another one, and I don't like this one, so I'm gonna replace it.
Okay. So you just want me to kind of be like who would win kind of thing?
Yeah,
Like
just
my
walk us
reasoning?
through who you think's gonna win.
Okay.
We need to hear your reasoning.
Okay.
And also, I'll come up with a little like victory. Have you ever played Super Smash Bros?
Years ago, yeah.
You know how like when a character like wins, they have a little line of dialogue. It's like their victory line.
Sure.
I'll
Yeah.
come up with one of them for each character. I've not thought of them in advance, but
Okay, that's
Fuck.
fun. That's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Okay. So
I'm gonna twist it a little bit. I want to hear your thoughts too.
yeah, no, don't worry about that. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, but we'll discuss them and we'll come
Sure.
to an agreed conclusion,
Okay.
perhaps.
Okay.
Okay. So the first death battle. In the blue corner, is that how boxing works? There's like a blue and a red corner, right?
Sure. Why not?
All right, in the blue corner we have the Italian stallion Rocky Balboa
Yes.
versus Mickey
Ooh.
from Snatch,
Oh.
Brad Pitt's character.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, not my cat Mickey. No,
I
because he
thought
would
you
obviously
meant.
win that.
I thought you meant Mickey, as in his mentor, Mickey. And
Oh, I mean, yeah, you can give us what you think would win out of them two, I guess.
Sure. So Rocky and Mickey from Snatch.
Yeah,
Okay.
but also Mickey from Rocky first. I want to hear your thoughts on that.
Probably Rocky. Let's be
Well,
honest.
yeah, but I think
Mickey's not really like a Mr. Miyagi kind of character. I feel like he's more got the knowledge, not the skills.
But I think what Mickey could contribute to this is he could just bully Rocky into the corner.
Yeah.
You know, he
sure.
would just verbally
nothing.
abuse him.
You're nothing.
Yeah,
You're nothing.
exactly.
Yeah.
He's going to be shooting out insults, and Rocky just doesn't stand a chance.
Sure. That's possible because as we see in the films, Mickey can really upset Rocky.
Yeah, yeah.
That could also fuel his aggression.
Well, there is that, but I don't know. If Mickey can really just nail him, really hit hard with the insults, I
Yeah.
think Rocky, he has a big bulky outside, but he's quite fragile on the inside. Really.
Rocky 5 was a shit picture.
Yeah, I'll show him. Yeah.
Okay,
but
the box office earnings for Rocky 5.
Yeah, but Mickey from Snatch now.
This is a tricky one because I feel like, so I've not seen Snatch in a while.
Yeah.
I do remember Brad Pitt's character fairly decently, and I feel like he's not the type to play by the rules in a way.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel Rocky is.
Yeah.
He's definitely one to stick to the rules, whereas Mickey, I think, would, if he gets the chance to throw a little cheap punch in there, he will.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think who's got like the most power and most aggression. I think I'd still go Rocky. I think I'd simply go Rocky because if Rocky can beat Dolph Lundgren, then surely he can beat Mickey from Snatch.
I have no idea who that is.
Rocky IV, the big Russian guy.
Is that Drago or whatever?
Yeah. Dolph Lundgren who plays him.
Sure.
But yeah, I think it's a close one. I think it's definitely a close match. Comes down to, I think, final round, and I don't think either of them win by knockout. But I think in terms of points, is that how boxing works? Points?
Possibly. I don't know. Like the Olympics has been on, but I've not seen any of the boxing.
Yeah, in terms of like, if it went to like judges' decision, I think Rocky would come out on top. I
think you could be on something, but Mickey is very resilient. He's got a lot of stamina in him, and no matter how hard you get him down, he always springs back up.
Yeah, and that is true.
There's, what's the name of the guy that, like George or something, Gorgeous George, and he just takes him out with one punch.
Yeah.
I don't know. Rocky could be kind of cooked.
Yeah, that is true, but I don't know. I feel like, as I said, they're both talented and skilled boxers.
Yeah.
But I guess if you go off like experience, Rocky's definitely had more experience in kind of the upper echelon of boxing.
Jack, shut your dogs up. What the hell's that?
There's somebody's dog barking outside. Apologies for that.
Shut the fuck up!
It's Mickey coming with his dog.
Oh no!
I changed my mind. It's Mickey. Mickey
yeah,
wins.
Good choice.
But yeah, I feel like Rocky's had a lot more experience, so that could play a part.
But on the flip side of that, I feel like Mickey's probably been fighting basically his whole life. From like his upbringing, he's probably been a little troublemaker.
Are you talking about both these kind of people in their prime?
Yeah, I guess so.
So like Rocky in his absolute peak condition.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to go Rocky.
Okay.
I feel like maybe if I'd seen Snatch more recently, there'd be a chance I'd go Snatch and Mickey. But Rocky's my guy, man. I got to back Rocky, and I think I do think he will come out on top.
No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Definitely, it would be a close battle. I think I'd go Mickey.
Okay.
Personally, just because like he's got quite a temper on him as well.
I feel like I'm definitely taking this far too seriously.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
This match is actually going to happen.
I respect it, and maybe we can make it happen. Get Brad Pitt and Sylvester Stallone.
It's not a bad shout. But I think neither of them will knock each other out.
Sure.
I think both of them are skilled enough to not get knocked out by the other one. So I think it will go to judge's decision.
Sure.
And I think they would go Rocky over Mickey.
All right.
If you're
what
talking,
if you're just in a field fighting to the death?
Oh, no, that could change things. Simply because I feel like Mickey would use weapons.
Yeah.
Mickey, if he was losing, would just fucking bring out a hammer, man.
Yeah. Like Bugs Bunny, just produce one out of nowhere and beat him overhead with it.
If it wasn't a proper boxing match, and it was just like fight to the death.
Yeah.
I feel like Rocky would give up first.
Yeah,
I feel like Mickey's too headstrong
yeah,
to actually like give up. I feel like Rocky would try and concede, and then Mickey just wouldn't care and just
yeah,
continue to pummel him to the ground.
yeah,
So yeah, if it's like street fight, Mickey. If it's boxing, Rocky.
yeah. Because I think Mickey would just go like absolutely feral in a death
Oh,
battle.
100%, 100%. Rocky would be dead.
Hmm.
There's no doubt about that. But if it's like refereed, then I think Rocky would probably come out on top.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good stance. I think I'd back Mickey, but like I say, very very
Sure.
close fight.
What's your little catchphrase? You need a little catchphrase here, Fergus.
If Mickey wins, it'd be because he can't understand anything he says.
What about if Rocky won?
I don't know, Jack. What's one of his iconic catchphrases? You're familiar with the Rocky films.
He goes, "Yo, Adrian." Yo,
Yeah,
Adrian.
that's it. That's the one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's what you'd say.
Okay.
Okay, number 2, we've got in the blue corner. It's not a boxing match, by the way.
Oh, you're just saying this. Okay.
Yeah. In the blue corner, we have Fairy Godmother from Shrek 2.
Okay.
And in the red corner, we have the Wicked Witch of the West.
Okay. So I'm guessing you're saying powers are allowed.
Basically, yeah.
Sure.
It's a magical duel
So Wicked Witch of the West from Wizard of Oz.
from Wizard of Oz.
Now, that's a tricky one because are you? I'm taking this far too seriously once again. But are
It's
you
okay,
talking
Jack.
Wizard of Oz? Are you talking Wicked Witch from Wizard of Oz or Wicked?
Wizard of Oz. I've not seen Wicked, so
I think actually, to be fair, I think either way, Fairy Godmother comes out on top of that one.
hmm.
Fairy Godmother is an evil little bitch.
Yeah. Well, so's the Wicked Witch, though. I mean, she's not called the Wicked Witch for no reason.
Yeah, but she was a nice person once, Fergus.
Oh, we're not talking about Wicked Jack.
But that's the backstory. She was
Oh,
a nice
is it?
she was a nice person one. She was a cool person.
I'm not gonna watch Wicked.
I
when it comes
feel
out.
like the Wicked Witch would be far more compassionate and would be compassionate first over
Okay,
the Fairy Godmother from Shrek 2.
sure.
Fairy Godmother is evil through and through.
Yeah.
Like, she is mental.
Hmm.
Like maybe actually clinically insane.
Probably, yeah.
And yeah, I just think she would go absolutely apeshit and just absolutely destroy the Wicked Witch
Yeah,
of the West.
probably. Now, to be fair, what if she casts a spell and the Wicked Witch of the West uses some armor to bounce it back onto her and turn her into bubbles?
True. But then surely the Fairy Godmother could just throw a pot of water over Wicked Witch of the West and just
Fuck, I
disintegrate
didn't
her.
even think of that. Yeah, shit. Oh my god, the Wicked Witch is such an obvious weakness. I just remembered that.
Like, I get the Fairy Godmother like having a spell cast back on her.
Yeah.
That's like that would hurt anybody, but the
Mhm.
Wicked Witch of the West has this one specific
Yeah,
weakness.
she can just lure her out into the rain.
Literally.
I guess, like, the one thing the Wicked Witch might have over Fairy Godmother is I think she could probably get away from the fight a lot quicker. Because Fairy
Oh.
Godmother, like,
Yeah.
I guess she has wings and she kind of floats around her little bubble thing. But Wicked Witch on the broomstick, I think, is probably faster.
True, but you have to remember Fairy Godmother's got like that carriage and she could just hop in that.
But Wicked Witch can just teleport.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm still going Fairy Godmother because
Yeah.
she'd get a pot of water and that'd be the end of the fight.
Yeah, I think you're probably right on that. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, who knows the Fairy Godmother knows about this weakness?
That is also true. But she's quite intelligent. I think she'd
Yeah.
I think she'd do a research going into it.
Yeah, I agree. She'd watch Wizard of Oz beforehand
Mhm.
and she'd be like, "Oh, I know what I'm going to do here."
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe
Um,
maybe when she'd come in her bubble and the bubble would pop, and the little like drops from the bubble popping would get the Wicked Witch and be like, "Oh, that stings. That's melting me a wee
That's
bit,"
actually,
and she'd
yeah,
figure it out immediately.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I really want Fairy Godmother to win just so we get some kind of song. I feel like she would sing after it.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
oh, imagine she sang like The Wicked Witch is Dead. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be so cool. Fuck yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Fairy Godmother. I'm locking it in.
I'm with you on that. And her little victory line, I guess, be like,
Mm.
somebody put in C minor. That's what she says in the film, isn't it? I
Sure.
think that could work. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she plays the piano.
Yes. Yes. And
Yes.
sings. I
Yeah.
Need a Hero.
Yeah. Perfect. All right.
Okay.
Let's move on to number 3. All right, number 3 now. I've been talking about this man earlier.
Okay.
It's Mr. Willem Dafoe.
Okay.
Now, he's not the actual fighter,
Okay.
but it's two of his characters.
Oh, so two Willem Dafoe characters against
Yeah.
each other. Okay.
So,
I'm ready.
in the blue corner, we have J.G. Jopling from the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Okay. Sure. a hitman. Cool. Yep.
Mhm. And in the red corner, we have Rat from Fantastic Mr. Fox. Now, first thing I need you to do is imagine Rat at human size. Not
Okay.
being a little rat guy, as he would
Sure.
be. He's actually like human-sized rat.
Okay.
Go.
Grand Budapest.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That quickly?
Bro's a hitman. Rat's just a rat.
Rat's a security guard, Jack.
Not a very good one.
Well, that's true. But he does have a fight scene in the sewers, and
yeah.
he is very nimble
Yeah.
and very agile.
Who comes out on top of that one, Fergus?
Doesn't he accidentally electrocute himself?
Yes.
Okay,
Bro's
so-
clumsy as fuck.
J.G. Jopling gets killed by a lobby boy.
True, but I feel like he shows his capabilities throughout the film a lot more
Yeah,
than Rat does. Rat
to be
is
fair,
just comedic relief.
I was gonna do J.G. Jopling versus Norman Osborn, but Osborn's obviously gonna win that, right?
Yeah.
Because he's very much
He's the
enhanced.
Green Goblin.
Yeah, so I kind of had to go for Rat. My hands were tied there,
No,
and
to be
he's.
fair, again, I think it is a close fight.
hmm
I just feel once again Rat would give up first.
I think Willem Dafoe is, or obviously he plays both of them. J.G. Jopling is bulkier and he would really pack a punch. But I think Rat is agile enough to kind of maneuver around him and get a few like weaker hits in, you know?
He definitely is agile, but I feel like he's cocky. I
Yeah.
feel like what was his name from Grand Budapest? I can't remember.
J.G. Jopling.
J.G. Jopling. I feel like he's, I don't know, sturdier and just
Yeah.
you know, I feel like with Rat it would be like knock him once and he'd be down kind of thing.
Yeah. Sure.
But yeah, and I feel like it could be a close fight.
hmm
Especially, have we got weapons here or just
No.
because Rat's got
not.
his little flip knife, is he not?
Oh yeah. And J.G.
Um,
Jopling's got like the knuckle dusters.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you put that kind of into account, I'd probably say Grand Budapest guy still wins. But
Yeah.
I feel like it is a close-ish fight,
Mhm.
especially with you saying that we're taking Rat at like human-sized
Yeah.
rather than just a little rat guy.
Yeah. And I think because he's human sized, maybe he'd like try to bite him with his big teeth. Like he'd definitely pull a few dirty moves like that.
That's true. He could bite. He could give him like an illness because rats.
Yeah.
die disease.
Yeah, give
He
him the
could-
Black Death.
He could lose the battle, but not the war.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
He could.
maybe they both lose in the end.
Yeah, so he could lose, and then Willem Dafoe. Oh, I can't remember his name. Grand Budapest guy,
J.G. Jopling.
J.G. Jopling, dies like 6 months later of a disease.
Yeah. How many
So-
months?
6.
6 months. Have you not seen the 6 months thing on Twitter? It's
No.
like Venom. He's like 6 months.
Oh, sure.
Anyway,
That was funny, Fergus. Well done.
thank you. The people at home get it. You know.
Sure. I'm not down with the kids. You know, I'm not down with the
This
lingo.
is the Globgo Gambgalab situation all over again.
Like a skibbity toilet. I know nothing
Oh,
of
fuck
these
yes.
things.
Yeah, spot the
Um,
Sigma. So you're saying JG Joplin?
yeah, I do think any day he's winning. He's winning a fight,
Sure. Yeah, I think I
and
would agree.
he shows his abilities throughout Grand Budapest a lot more
Yeah.
than Rat does in Fantastic
Yeah.
Box.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with
And
you.
also, I feel like Rat is just clumsier and like dumber.
Yeah. Yeah,
than
you're probably right.
Grand
But I mean,
Budapest.
Bean appoints him as a security guard for a reason,
Yeah, true, true,
Bean
true,
was
true.
the choice of anyone in the land, and he goes for Rat.
I was always a bit confused by that as when I watched that movie.
Yeah.
Like, did Bean like actually go down and like find a rat and like picked him, or
I
does he
don't
just
know.
like tend to take it upon himself?
Yeah, I think that's what's happening. I think Rat just appointed himself as security guard.
Sure.
Yeah.
Rat is a cool guy. He is a
I do
really
like
cool
Rat.
guy.
Yeah. Bit of an arsehole, but he redeemed himself.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
okay, so also JG Joplin, I guess his victory line. I don't know if he has any dialogue in the movie.
I don't know if
So
he does, by
I
the way.
think what he would just do is like it would be an animation. He just like flex his fist like that.
Yeah,
Or
really,
like
yeah,
that.
cool guy, cool guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's JG Joplin's victory line.
Excellent.
Okay. Right. Next one. This is not a physical battle. This is a battle of wits.
Okay,
These are two sharp, deadly minds competing against one another.
okay, I'm ready.
In the blue corner, we have John Kramer,
Okay,
and
sure.
in the red corner, we have Kevin McAllister.
That's a good one, Fergus.
Thank you. It's one of the first ones I came up with.
That's a good one. Some people on the internet would theorize the same person.
That's right. Yeah.
Um,
I guess in 10 years, Kevin McAllister went from looking like a 10-year-old to an 80-year-old.
so
Somehow.
this is a battle of wits only.
Yeah, basically.
Um,
Because one's a kid and one's an old man. So,
So
a physical battle would not.
are we saying they lay out traps for each other?
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay. Because I feel like if an actual battle, one of them has cancer and one of them doesn't.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
I feel like one of them's losing that a lot quicker.
Sure.
One of them's also an old man and one of them's a kid.
Yeah.
So yeah. But in terms of wits, I feel like Kevin's a lot more hot-headed. In
Yeah.
a way. I feel like Kramer would meticulously plan kind of everything, like every little opportunity and like
Yeah.
every route that Kevin could like go down.
Hmm.
He'd have like a fucking in like Saw 3, like he fucking dies and then a fucking tape starts playing. Like he planned his own death, bro.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah. Oh, I
Um,
should point out, right? I'm going to say Jigsaw without the Jigsaw crew. Just on his
Okay.
own.
Sure.
No Amanda,
like-
no Hoffman.
So
or
like
anything.
Saw 1 Jigsaw.
Yeah.
I don't think that changes much. I think I'm still
No.
kind of leaning towards Kramer.
Sure.
I feel like Kevin would. I feel like Kramer's too clever for Kevin. I
Yeah.
feel like Kevin would not think of something, and then Kramer would just like get out of it.
Yeah, because I mean, Harry and Marv even are able to catch up to Kevin, in both films.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Like they just literally. They don't go his specific route, and then if Old Man Marley didn't come along in Home Alone 1, Kevin was dead. Like
Yeah, and if a bird lady didn't come along in Home Alone 2, Kevin was dead.
very similar films, and you think
Yeah,
about
weird, yeah.
it.
Just one
John-
has Tim Curry, so
Yeah, true.
better.
John Kramer, definitely.
Yeah.
Like it's when you actually think about it, it's kind of night and day. Like
Yeah.
John Kramer's winning that.
One thing I think maybe Kramer might kind of, because Kevin's a kid, he might not kill him, and he'd just like teach him a life lesson.
Sure.
But I think Kevin has it in him to just straight up fucking murder Jigsaw. I think he could do it.
I feel like Kevin would feel like he's like saving society.
Yeah.
He's like the protector of the world by killing a serial killer. Yeah, I guess there's that kind of like I actually probably think John Kramer's got a lot more empathy, even though he's a serial killer, than Kevin does.
Yeah, probably.
but Kevin's also a little shit. So
Yeah.
John Kramer just be like, "Fuck this guy.
Yeah.
He's toast. Like, how dare he disrespect me?" Kind of attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think. Do you ever see him kill a kid in the Saw films?
I don't think so. The only thing I can think of is when he has Roderick from Diary of a Wimpy Kid in like the room, and it's like the guy from Saw 6 gets killed in front of them because he didn't let Roderick's father get the health insurance or whatever.
Yeah,
But
he actually.
he didn't hurt Roderick, just probably traumatized him for life.
Yeah.
Also, that was Hoffman, so
True. Well, like in the newest Saw, Saw 10. Is it Saw 10? Is the newest one?
yeah, Saw X, yeah.
Saw X. He's actually like got quite a bit of love for kids.
Yeah, that's right,
kids
yeah.
and that, and he becomes good chums with him.
Yeah, and that
Um,
evil woman like tries to murder the kid.
Yeah.
Which is really fucked up.
Definitely. But yeah, I think Kramer's coming out on top.
Yeah.
If you're taking out Kramer's empathy and the fact that he probably wouldn't kill Kevin, but even like just showing him a life lesson, I
Yeah.
feel like Kramer would still come out on top.
Yeah.
I feel like if Kevin set up a trap system, Kramer would just like not go in. Like,
Yeah.
just walk around like
Yeah. Sure.
he'd find a way out of it, whereas I feel like Kevin's not
Yeah.
that clever. So
I think John Kramer would just like cut off all his limbs and then recruit him to join a Jigsaw crew.
yeah,
Because that seems really fucking easy to do apparently. Like
Yeah.
anyone will just join up.
no, Kevin would jump at the chance
Yeah,
to
probably.
work for Jigsaw. Like doing this for a living, like oh
Yeah.
I'm in.
Hello, Harry and Marv.
Bro, they should do that. They should do a Saw Home Alone crossover.
Yeah, that'd be really good.
where Kevin's working for Jigsaw.
I'd love that. So
yeah,
we're seeing John Kramer. And
Kramer, 100%.
his victory line, very obvious. Game over.
Yeah, of course.
That's it. Of course. Easy. Alright, number 5. These characters have fuck all in common. But I guess you're both quite disciplined fighters,
Okay.
I guess.
Okay.
I just like both these characters and I wanted to include them somehow.
Sure.
So, here we go. In the blue corner, we have Nicholas Angel from Hot Fuzz.
Okay.
And in the red corner, we have Odesu from Old Boy. Nothing to do with each other. Just well-trained fighters.
Sure. That's actually a pretty tough one. I don't think there's a very obvious choice there. I think they would both give each other a run for their money.
Yeah.
Because Nicholas Angel he's great. He's a great cop. He's very highly skilled. Very good with guns. Whereas I don't know if you see the guy from Old Boy use a gun in that movie, do you?
I don't think so, no.
So we don't actually know if he's gun trained. So Nicholas, are we talking fist fight here or what?
I guess so.
And Nicholas Angel could just blow his head off.
yeah. No guns allowed. That's unfair.
Okay. And Old Boy hasn't got his hammer.
Yeah, I guess that'd be fair.
Okay. Fist fight. I genuinely do think they would give each other a run for their money. I think just Nicholas Angel would come out on top.
Yeah.
But I don't think the guy from Old Boy would give up without a decent fight.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially that whole hallway. Like, it takes on so many guys.
Yeah.
That hallway fight. But then you could argue that the only action we really see from Nicholas Angel is him fighting old pensioners.
Yeah, there is that. And yeah, to be fair, Simon Skinner gives him a run for his money, and he's just a manager at a supermarket.
That is true. Whereas, like, the guy from Old Boy takes on like highly skilled martial art fighter bodyguard guys in a hallway and ends them all.
Yeah, he's trained his body for 15 years.
I don't think I'm switching it up.
You're sticking with Angel.
No, I think I'm switching it up.
Oh shit, okay.
I think, what's the guy from Old Boy called?
Odesu.
I think Odesu is taking the dub here.
Okay.
Yeah, like you said, like Skinner does give him quite a big run for his money.
And to be fair, that is James Bond, but still.
True, true. Not the best James Bond, as we know. That's Pierce
No.
Brosnan.
Um.
Um,
Okay. I'm not
but
gonna argue about that.
yeah, yeah, Odisu, I think would probably come out on top. Just, but I do think he's probably more. This is a difficult one
Yeah.
because you could argue that Nicholas Angel has been trained, whereas Odisu trained himself.
Yeah.
So you would argue that Nicholas Angel is better skilled, I
Yeah.
guess. But then you don't really see Nicholas Angel in action with anyone that kind of matches him.
Yeah. That is true.
You just kind of see him shoot up a load of pensioners at the end of the film.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Fight with Timothy Dalton, and then that's kind of it.
Mm.
Bro, he can't even catch a goose, bro. He can't even catch a goose. So,
Swan.
whatever it is. Yeah, I'm going Odisu.
All right.
From Oh Boy.
Okay. I think I'd probably agree with you. I was on the fence.
Yeah.
Before
So
we hashed it out here, but I think after we've gone through all our reasoning, I think I'm with you. I think Odisu.
Yeah.
And I don't really know what his victory line is. I don't know. Maybe
Sure.
it'd probably be in Korean, I guess.
He'd eat a live animal of some
Yeah, he just put Nicholas Angel in his mouth and just eat him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, shall we move on to number 6 then?
Yes.
Okay. So I wanted to go for 2 very experienced martial artists.
Okay.
Okay. So, in the blue corner, we've got Mr. Miyagi.
Mr. Miyagi's
Your
one.
boy. Okay, well,
he's one.
Hold the phone.
Mm-hmm.
In the red corner,
Mm-hmm.
we have the bride from Kill Bill.
Mr. Miyagi's one.
100%. Has he?
Has the bride got her sword?
Maybe.
Well, if the bride's got her sword, then the bride. If it's fists only, Miyagi.
I don't know.
I feel like Miyagi could take on anyone and come out on top. Mr. Miyagi's
First of all,
like a god, bro. Like
I don't think Mr. Miyagi would want to hit a woman.
That is true.
He's a very respectful man.
But I feel like he would never strike first with anyone. Remember?
That's true.
But if I feel like if she came at him, if it's for defense only, I think Mr. Miyagi would. I don't think he would like kill her either. I think Mr. Miyagi's a lot more respected that. So technically, I don't think Mr. Miyagi would deliver the fatal blow. So I feel like maybe the bride has the capabilities of killing Mr. Miyagi. But I do feel like we never really see it in the Karate Kid films. So I feel like Mr. Miyagi could kill if he was pushed to that.
Yeah.
I do think he lives by a kind of policy of kill or be killed, like kind of thing. Like if he's in danger of his life, he will do that.
Sure.
And he was a soldier, so you have to remember that he was a soldier.
Mm-hmm.
So he definitely has killed before. So yeah, see when you actually think about it, it's quite a difficult one. Definitely, if the bride has her sword and Mr. Miyagi has, I don't know, those stupid wee swords they have in karate, the bride's winning 100 times, like so fast. But fist fight, I do think Miyagi would come out on top.
Well, let's remember, the bride's killed a lot of people without her sword. Very skilled people. Like, for example, Go-Go in the first film, who has the chain.
True.
No sword at that point.
She never faced Mr. Miyagi.
Well, that is true. There's also the lady who just poked her eyes out.
True. I'm going to say I think they would become really good friends.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think they would chat and be like, we really like each other.
Sure. I also think the bride has an advantage, and I don't remember what this is called, but she has like the 5-step heart stop move thing.
Yeah.
If she can pull that off, then Yeah, Mr. Miyagi's kind of fucked.
Mr. Miyagi's crane technique.
Well, yeah.
If do right, no can defense. There's no defending that.
That is true. That is very true.
So I don't know. I think I do. I want to stick with my boy Miyagi. I really do, and I think I
Mhm.
will. But the bride, the more I think about it, the more I realize she's a really good fighter.
Yeah.
Like she's incredible.
Mhm.
And again, I feel like in the Karate Kid films, you never really see Miyagi fight his equal. He's
Yeah.
always better than the guy he's fighting.
Yeah,
Like,
I've only seen the first one, but I remember him just beating up a bunch of kids.
yeah, exactly. Which is easy. Like,
Yeah.
it's child play for him.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
Yeah. Good one.
But like in Karate Kid 2, he goes to Okinawa and
Mhm.
meets Sato, who was one of his friends growing up, who trained under the same master as Mr. Miyagi.
Mhm.
But they never fight in the movie.
Okay.
Spoilers, Fergus, I apologize.
Aw.
But they don't ever fight in the film. So you never see how that would play out.
Mhm.
And I'm pretty sure the way they talk about it, they've never fought, like, ever.
Sure.
I think Sato was wanting to fight him, and Mr. Miyagi, like, ran away from it. He didn't want to fight.
Sure.
Um,
Coward. What a coward.
which you have to also remember, Mr. Miyagi, I'm pretty sure in that film says he's a coward, not a killer.
Mm.
So you have to remember that too. Whereas I feel like the bride's very much the opposite.
Yeah.
Would rather kill than run away from a fight.
Bride kills a woman in front of her own mother, or in front of her own daughter, even.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. That's speaking of that. That's such a good scene.
Yeah.
That speech that she gives to her daughter is actually bone chilling. Like it's
Featuring Vivica A. Fox from Cool Cat Saves the Kids.
wait, no way, seriously?
Yeah.
Is that who that is?
Yeah, that's the woman she kills, yeah.
No way.
And where is Cool Cat? There he is.
That's a tough one, Fergus.
Yeah, I know. It's designed that way.
I also feel like Mr. Miyagi wouldn't fight.
Yeah,
He'd just
that's
keep
kind of
running
why I
away.
think.
He'd just keep running away from it. Like she'd follow him, and then he'd just like run away, and then
Yeah,
they'd be chasing each other around the country, around the world.
yeah,
Um,
probably.
if they were forced to fight, I'm Miyagi
Okay,
wins.
all right,
And if weapons are allowed, the bride 100 times.
sure.
Like, definitely.
I'm gonna say the bride personally. I think the fair match might have been Mr. Miyagi versus the mentor from Kill Bill 2, like the old guy that she learns from, because he
True.
also knows the 5-step heart technique.
True. Yeah, it is a difficult one because the bride you see fight a lot of people who are like her almost equal in a way.
Yeah.
Like they have very similar skills.
Mhm.
Like who's the woman that she fights at the end of Kill Bill 1?
Oh yeah, Lucy Liu's character.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that Oren? Is that her name?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been out ages since I've seen them. But yeah, they're very, I feel like, similar skills.
Mhm.
And obviously the bride comes out on top.
Mhm.
Whereas Miyagi just fights a lot of kids.
Yeah.
Like just beats up people who are arseholes, basically.
Mr. Miyagi, you're like 70. You can't hit these 10-year-olds. That's not allowed.
He does fight. He fights Kreese in Karate Kid 2 at the very start of Karate Kid 2.
Okay.
And he wins.
Naturally.
But I feel like Kreese is nowhere near the skill level of Miyagi. So it was like a night and day fight anyway. And I was watching Karate Kid 2 the other day. It was on Sky Cinema, so I just put it on for a bit. And the only character in the full Karate Kid universe to ever like get a hit on Mr. Miyagi is in Karate Kid 2 is Chosen, the bully guy in Karate Kid 2.
Sure.
And I would even say he's a lot less skill than because Daniel defeats him in the end. So like if he managed to land a hit on Miyagi, then maybe the bride would come out on top.
Well, I'm gonna push you for an answer. Okay.
Miyagi. I'm locking in Miyagi.
Okay.
Miyagi.
Okay.
Miyagi.
I'm gonna say
I
the
gotta stick with my boy. I gotta stick with my boy.
Sure. Yeah. Moral support for him.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Well, I guess his victory line is probably like wax off or something like that. Yeah, that's what you say.
Sure.
And he did like emotion as well. Okay. Next one. Is another physical battle. We're gonna beat each other up.
Yep.
It's between our two boys, Steve Pemberton versus Reece Shearsmith.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Do you know, I was thinking about this the other day.
That's a weird thing to think about.
No, not this exactly.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I wonder who has more screen time.
Oh,
number
sure.
9, because I was watching the episode. Oh, I can't remember. I named it to you today. The one that's set over Christmas. Where they're opening
Love's Great Adventure.
That one, and I was like, that is a very Steve Pemberton heavy episode.
Yeah.
And Shearsmith is in it a bit, but hardly.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went on to Misdirection.
And Steve's hardly not.
It was the absolute opposite.
Yeah.
So I was. Oh, also, I'll just quickly mention Misdirection. By the way, very happy with their research into magicians.
Well, yeah, that was Reece, I think, because he's a huge magic fan. Using
the correct techniques, and because if anyone doesn't know, any of the listeners don't know, I'm a bit of a magician myself. I'm something of a scientist myself. So it was actually nice to see a show get magicians right, rather than, because like all the tricks they do in it can be done.
Yeah.
And like, for example, like Now You See Me, like that's just some of that stuff right ridiculous. Like they put something in a bubble and stuff. Like it's dumb. Anyway, I'll just quickly say that. I thought it was really well done. Anyway.
As you're a magician, right?
Yes.
Can you explain to us how the chair raising experience was done?
No.
You can think about that and get back to us in the next number 9 episode.
There's a number of ways it could be done. I'll tell you. Right. In our next number 9, I'll confirm this now. In our next number 9, I will give you a few scenarios to how that could work.
Sure. Okay.
But yeah. Shearsmith or Pemberton? I feel like and I don't know much about them in real life. I feel like Shearsmith is, I don't mean this in a bad way, I just can't think of another word to put it. Is more of an arsehole than Pemberton. I feel like if it were to come, because I feel like every double act kind of needs someone like that. Like, basically, if an interviewer or whatever asks a question that's like out of order, I feel like Pemberton would be like trying to answer it, and Shearsmith would just be like, "Shut the fuck up! I'm not answering that."
Reece Shearsmith's like Tom Cruise.
Sure, why not? Like I could think of like Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Again, I know I always bring them up. Just any opportunity. But I was watching an interview with them, and they were very much like, Trey Parker is the kind of, I don't know, the one that comes up with all the ideas in the group, and he's also the one that has like no like personality skills. Like he can't, like, he's just more of a man who would like to sit in front of his computer and write rather than do interviews. Whereas Matt Stone's like the complete opposite.
Sure.
So it was interesting reading that, and I was like, I'm sure there's a similar, like, Steve Pemberton and Reece Shearsmith. I feel like Pemberton's the guy who would be like content just writing and like not doing interviews, and Shearsmith would be very much like he would enjoy doing that kind of thing. I don't know why I just need to pick someone who's better, don't I?
I will just say no. Just watch any interview with him, and you're basically right. Reece Shearsmith. If you mention like the fans of Inside Number 9 to him, he looks like you've just asked Harrison Ford about Star Wars.
Sure.
So yeah, he fucking hates the fans of Inside Number 9. He hates them.
Yeah, that's exactly the kind of thing like I thought. Like I feel like Reese Shearsmith would be very good at shutting someone down,
Yeah.
whereas Pemberton would try and be nice about it.
Yeah. Sure.
But in terms of an actual fist fight,
Mm.
you have to remember Pemberton's taller
Yeah.
than
Bulkier,
Shearsmith
for
and
sure.
bulkier, but the taller you are, the harder you fall, is an old
Where's
saying.
that? Where is that?
Shearsmith's kind of short and sturdy. I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to think, is there an episode where they do fight?
Series 9, episode 6.
Oh, rip.
Um,
Do you know the outcome?
Yeah.
So you actually know the answer to this?
Oh, we don't physically fight. We just argue.
Oh, sure.
There might be an episode where we fight at some point. I can't think of one off the top of my head.
I think Reese Shearsmith's coming out on top, and I don't really have any reason why.
Sure.
I think I feel like Reese Shearsmith can make Steve Pemberton cry if he wants
Yeah.
to. And
I don't think Steve would want to fight. I think he'd try to de-escalate it, and Reese would just batter him.
Bernie Clifton's dressing room, I feel like, is what Steve and Reese are like in real life.
Sure.
Like, I feel like it's a very similar kind of bond they have in that episode.
Yeah.
Like, Reese is the serious one. Steve is very much the silly one.
Sure.
So I feel like in terms of fight, the serious one will come on top of the funny one.
Sure. Okay. So you're saying Reese.
Yes, I'll lock in Reese for that one.
I don't know what his victory line would be. I guess he'd just be like, "Fuck off" or something like that.
I hate every fan of Inside Number 9.
Yeah.
You're all losers.
Yeah. Perfect. Nailed him. Okay. Number 8. You ready?
Yes.
This one is a verbal battle, I suppose. This is just two people shouting at each other.
Okay.
And we're gonna see who will break down and cry first out of the two of these
I
people.
know who one of these is going to be, by the way.
All right. Okay. You ready?
Just the way you're saying it. Yep.
So, which of these two is gonna break down in tears first? Okay.
I actually feel like I know who both these people are going to be. I don't know why. No, but I've came up with a great one in my head.
Please predict it.
Malcolm Tucker
Mm-hmm.
and J.K. Simmons from Whiplash.
Yep, Terrence Fletcher versus Malcolm Tucker.
They're like the two people that came in my head where like they would make me ball up and cry in a corner.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one as well. Like, who would make the other? Who would break first? Like,
yeah, basically.
Who would break down first?
Yeah.
Fletcher, you do see a kind of emotional side to in the kind of the bar scene in Whiplash. You kind of see almost like a reason why he does it. Like he doesn't do it to kind of be a bad guy. He's got like reasoning behind it.
Mm.
Tucker just likes shouting at people.
Yeah.
Tucker just likes being a bit of an arsehole.
Yeah.
He like obviously gets something out of it. I feel like Fletcher doesn't like doing it in a way.
Sure.
That's the kind of attitude I get anyway. So that makes me lean more to Tucker would win.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like Fletcher's insults and the way he goes about things is a lot more effective than Tucker's.
Yeah.
Tucker's is just kind of, I don't know, just like swearing for the sake of
pretty much, yeah.
Whereas Fletcher like goes deep and gets personal.
Yeah.
With his insults. So yeah, that's another tricky one.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna say no.
Yeah.
Obviously, both of them would lose against Jamie from the thick of it.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. There's no beating him.
I think I would go Terrence Fletcher.
Sure.
On that one, I think Terrence Fletcher's insults are a lot cleverer than Malcolm Tucker's. But then you have to actually get into who's more headstrong. I feel like Malcolm Tucker wouldn't care Like,
Yeah, I think that's another thing because Terrence Fletcher, he kind of dominates the area he's in, but with the thick of it, Malcolm's surrounded by a bunch of arseholes who are constantly insulting each other and
yeah,
swearing at each other. So
yeah,
he's probably more used to taking a lot of shit.
for sure, for sure. I feel like Malcolm Tucker just wouldn't really care what if
Yeah,
somebody called him something. Like, he just would kind of throw it off and say something back.
yeah,
Whereas Fletcher, I feel like if he said the right thing,
mm,
you could take it to heart. Like, you
mm,
see the scene in Whiplash where Naaman walks into his room just after he's had the news about one of his old students
yeah,
dying, and Naaman gets to him in that scene
yeah,
and like actually kind of almost breaks him because like Fletcher's like, get the fuck out of my room kind of thing.
mm,
And I'm sure there's another scene where you see a bit more of a vulnerable side to Fletcher.
mm.
But I can't put my finger on it now. Hmm.
It's a tricky one. They're both terrors
Yes.
in their own right.
Do you know what? I think I'm switching up. I think I'll say Tucker. I
Okay.
think Tucker would care the least,
Mhm.
and therefore wouldn't back down. He just
Sure.
wouldn't get bored of it. Whereas I feel
Yeah.
Fletcher would either get bored of it or break down first if Tucker
Yeah.
got personal. So
Yeah.
I'll,
I'm with you on that.
I'll go Malcolm Tucker. I feel like Malcolm Tucker's got the energy for it.
Yeah. And yeah, that's exactly it. I was on the fence as well, but much like earlier on with Nicholas Angel, we've talked it out. I'm with you on Malcolm Tucker.
Cool.
He would enjoy himself. He'd have a great time.
Yeah.
He'd be like laughing along the whole time.
Oh, yeah, 100%, 100%. Like, I feel like Fletcher would say something, and he'd be like, "That meant to fucking bother me." Like,
Yeah. Yeah, he would laugh at everything Fletcher says, and Fletcher would just get angrier and angrier as
yeah,
Malcolm finds it funnier and funnier.
we need to make this happen now. We need to
Yeah,
have a kind of the roast of Terence Fletcher.
that would be
and
so
Malcolm
good, bro.
Tucker.
That would be so good.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear Tucker's little catchphrase.
I actually can't even think of one because like his mind is on another fucking realm when it comes to coming up with insults.
What would Fletcher's be?
I don't know that either. I guess there's one of your iconic insults. You got a favorite one in mind?
The one where Naaman cries. Are you one of these single tier people? That look like a double fucking rainbow to you? That's a
Sure.
good one. That's a good one. What
I
about
like oh, here comes Mr. Gay Pride of the Upper West Side. I like that.
Yeah. What's the one he says to the bigger guy?
Oh shit, yeah.
Looking down, and
It's
he's
something
like,
about, like a chocolate bar or something.
I was gonna say Big Mac. Can you like? Say
Oh,
Big
something like
Mac or
that, yeah.
yeah. That one's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Um,
As for Malcolm, yeah, I don't even want to go there. I couldn't possibly
sure.
replicate one of his.
Bro's
one of his insults.
a vulgar guy.
One of a kind.
Yes.
Okay, we'll do a few more.
Okay.
All right. How about this next one? This is one that I've put in big bold letters. This is the film bro round, apparently.
Okay.
So we're going to be pairing together two iconic, literally me Sigma male characters.
Okay.
In the blue corner, we have Tyler Durden.
Yeah, I knew Tyler Durden was coming up as soon as you said Sigma male and
Yeah.
film bro.
And in the red corner, we have Patrick Bateman. So I have an answer in mind. To be
I've
fair,
got an answer in mind, seeing as one of them's not fucking real.
yeah, sure. Okay, yeah. Where is that?
Spoiler alert. And
Yeah, Patrick Bateman was never real the whole
time. I'll let you come up to the conclusion of what one's not real, but
Yeah.
one of them's a figment of the other one. One of them's imagination.
Okay,
Like-
let's. Okay, if you want to be like that, it's okay. Let's do the narrator then, with Tyler Durden's mindset.
Okay. No, I was just taking the piss. I'll do Tyler Durden.
Okay.
Versus Patrick Bateman. Now, weapons involved here or fisticuffs?
I guess fisticuffs, but
Tyler Durden then.
Yeah.
Patrick Bateman's far too proud to get himself into a fist fight.
Yeah. But I assume he does.
I still think Tyler Durden.
Yeah.
I feel like if there was a weapon involved and you gave Patrick Bateman his axe, then I feel like Patrick Bateman would win.
Or chainsaw.
Or chainsaw.
Or knife, perhaps.
Or
Does he ever use a knife? Or is that just in the poster?
I don't think he uses a knife.
No, I don't
He
think so.
definitely uses a chainsaw. Remember him?
Yeah.
And his axe is kind of the iconic one.
Yeah.
Um,
There was like a poster where it's like his reflection in a knife. And
yeah, that's true.
I don't think he uses a knife at any point.
No.
Just worth
Maybe they
finding
use
out
a
about.
knife in American Psycho 2, All American Girl.
No, but on the poster of actually he's holding a sickle, remember?
Oh, sure.
So it's kind of like how the Texas Chainsaw Massacre has like one kill with a chainsaw.
Yeah, it's actually a bit insane.
Uh,
Tyler Durden.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I think Tyler Durden, if it was a fist fight, I think Patrick Bateman would just kind of not want to do it. Like his heart wouldn't be in it, whereas Tyler Durden would be like, let's beat this prick to the ground.
Yeah, pretty much. Tyler's pretty unstable.
Yeah.
I
mean, they both are. They both
are.
Oh
yeah. I mean, one of them's American Psycho.
And then you have to remember, once again, spoiler alert for American Psycho, but did he actually kill anyone?
Yeah, there is also that. To be
Does
fair,
he have the ability to actually kill?
This is the other thing. I think Patrick Bateman's a bit pathetic, right? He's kind of a loser.
Yeah, he is. But then he goes on the phone and starts crying like a baby. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Man up, man.
Yeah, exactly. No, he is though, and like definitely, if he was in a room with Terrence Fletcher or Malcolm Tucker, he'd break instantly.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, no, I think he's a bit just kind of a loser, and he's probably never been in a fight before.
He's in the same kind of vein as these like serial killers, like in real life serial killers, who are actually a bit pathetic.
Yeah,
like, they almost kill because they like get something out of it. They're like, pathetic, like don't get me started, but like he's almost kind of in the same vein as that.
Yeah,
like the whole thing with the cash machine, and it's like, feed me a stray cat.
Yeah, best scene in the film.
Like that, like who would do that? That's so incredibly pathetic.
Yeah, I fucking pissed myself when that came up in the ATM.
To
be fair, he did kill that homeless guy and his dog, allegedly.
Again, allegedly, we don't know.
Yeah, assuming he did.
Sure.
Because I mean, Tyler Durden's not real, so it's just it's an imaginary battle, I guess.
True. I will go Tyler Durden.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
However, American Psycho is a much better film than Fight Club. I will say that.
I'd agree. Yeah, I don't think there's a huge amount in it for me. I know you don't like Fight Club, but
I don't like Fight Club.
Yeah, I'd agree. American Psycho.
I can't wait to rewatch Fight Club just to hate watch it. Like,
no, come on, man.
I'm absolutely my Letterboxd review. I'm going to be rinsing on this trash movie so much.
To be fair, me and Mark take a piss out of it all the time.
It's so I just
because
I like David Fincher, but he was no, that's not the one. It's not the one.
Speaking as a fan of Fight Club, I fucking hate when people say, "Oh, the first rule of Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club." Like, no, please.
Yeah. Every YouTuber's reviews like, "Oh, I can't review this one."
Yeah.
The first rule of Fight Club, you know.
I think I said like, "Oh, I can't talk about this." Is one of the clues in the top 25 on Letterboxd as a piss take.
Yeah.
Just went through that. I was taking a piss.
Have you got a Letterboxd review for Fight Club?
Yeah, I think I just said that I enjoyed seeing Jared Leto's face getting beaten to a pulp.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is also an American Psycho, so that's wonderful. Great thing about both films.
That is very true. That is very true. You should have definitely done a review that was like that is definitely the most written review on Letterboxd.
Yeah.
I wish I could review this one, but
for sure.
Yeah, Mark's review. I would talk about this movie, but that would break the first rule.
Oh, dude, we take a piss out of it all the time, bro. It's yeah.
Aha! What an excellent use of reference humor to create an
Yeah.
comedic experience.
Did I write that?
Yeah.
I vaguely remember writing that.
Yeah, Tyler Durden. Tyler Durden's coming out on top.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
I will rewatch Fight Club soon, and I'll come on and tell you if my opinion has changed, because it has been years. Was it you I was watching my original Fight Club review with?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, on my old channel, which is
Yeah.
that video is very private now. But
Yes.
when I first watched it, I was nervous that I didn't like it, so I gave it a glowing review on my channel, even though I secretly detested it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to rewatching it. Actually,
I was ready to go in because I rewatched it a few months ago because it was in the cinema for its 25th anniversary.
yeah,
I was ready to go into it like not liking it as much, but I think I liked it more of a second time.
yeah, you're wrong. Okay, let's move on.
All right, I'll do one more. I've got a few more.
What's Tyler Durden's catchphrase?
Oh, I don't know. What does Tyler Durden say?
The first rule of Fight Club.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, that's what you'd say. Yeah. Oh god, yeah. Okay. I can actually see that as well. It's like the victory music. It's like, oh, the first rule of Fight Club. Don't talk about Fight Club.
Or maybe just like snip the film and put a picture of his penis in. Like,
yeah, that'd be really good. Yeah. His name was Robert Paulson. Meanwhile, take a piss out of that as well, though.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you two more. Okay. This one is on you. This is more of a hypothetical situation. Am I going to
have to fight someone?
No, exactly. I mean, you might want to, but
I want to fight. Who am I fighting? You.
Oh, I'm gonna no, Jack. This is not what's happening. I'm gonna give you a hypothetical. This is less of a death battle and more of a hypothetical.
Okay.
Okay. You're gonna be trapped in a room with someone. Once you eventually leave that room, you're gonna get put in a room with another person. And whoever you're able to stay in the room with the longest, I guess, wins. Okay. Out of these two people. So the first person is T.J. Miller.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. And the second person is Amy Schumer.
Right.
So who do you think you could last in a room the longest with?
So we've got a really, really annoying person who steals people's jokes and is incredibly irritating. And then
T.J. Miller.
And then we've got a really, really annoying person who steals people's jokes and is really irritating, but is also a sex offender.
Yes, I guess so. I guess that's where we are here.
I'd probably stay in the room with Amy Schumer longer, just simply out of fear of TJ Miller.
Yeah, that's fair. I'd like to be in the room with TJ Miller so I could just beat him to a pulp. I guess that'd be alright.
That's true. Oh, am I allowed to beat these people up?
No, you're gonna be like chained against the wall.
Fuck.
And they're just gonna speak at you the whole time.
You know what? I really don't like Amy Schumer. I feel like I could have a conversation with her.
Sure.
I wouldn't know what to talk to TJ Miller about.
Like, yeah. So, that's
you go to prison.
Yeah, that'd be a good icebreaker. Yeah. Ask him about his experience on the Emoji Movie.
I thought you were going to bring up Ezra Miller for a second.
Oh no! That's good.
Ezra Miller.
Okay, yeah, sure. Why don't we go with that as well?
No, well, I feel like if I was with Ezra Miller, I could just tell him I like the Flash, and I was one of the only people that liked the Flash.
Oh yeah, you might get like a gold star or something.
Yeah, I feel like he'd be like, "Oh, this guy's a cool guy," even though I don't really want to get on Ezra Miller's good side.
No,
because I don't like the man. I don't like any of these people, Fergus.
That's the point. That's the point.
Amy Schumer, I feel like I could stay in a room longest with.
Sure.
I feel like I could actually have a conversation with her if she was being herself and not being like on screen or on stage. Amy Schumer.
Sure. Yeah.
She's also massive Karate Kid fan.
Oh, that's good. You'd have something to talk about at least.
And a massive Cobra Kai fan, so I could talk to her about that. So we'll lock in Amy Schumer. If it was TJ Miller versus Ezra Miller, I'd probably say Ezra Miller. TJ
Which is
Miller,
mental because Ezra Miller's carried out more crimes, but yeah,
I feel like once
I think you're
again,
right.
I don't know what I would talk to TJ Miller about.
No,
Oh,
who is
Deadpool,
that?
Deadpool was good.
Like, I know nothing about that man. All I can tell you about fucking TJ Miller is that Michael Bay hated him so much he killed him off in the most violent way possible in a Transformers movie he was in. It was
Brilliant.
like they focused on his corpse for like 20 seconds, just getting absolutely obliterated.
Literally, the only thing I could say to TJ Miller is like I like Deadpool. And I feel like
Sure.
he'd just be like, well, the thing about Deadpool is I actually don't like Ryan Reynolds and blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. I just be like, shut up, get me out of here.
Yeah, and he'd be like, "Oh, you look like a a pig fucked a barrel of cocaine and had sex with a fucking," and that's
Yeah.
all he does in the Deadpool movies.
Yeah. So, yeah. Ezra Miller and Amy Schumer over TJ Miller
Sure.
any
And
day.
Amy Schumer's victory line here, I don't know, probably just a really unfunny joke that she stole from someone.
Probably a joke about her vagina or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Or maybe her victory line should just be a joke she stole from TJ Miller.
Oh, yeah.
That
And
was
then
it.
TJ Miller could be a joke that he stole from Amy Schumer.
Yeah,
And then,
exactly.
perfect. Okay.
Yeah. And Ezra Miller could be a murder threat, perhaps. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the last one. It's very tense. This is going to be a close battle here.
Is this the last one?
This is the last one for now.
The
I've got a few
ultimate
more that we
finale.
can save for part 2, perhaps
Okay.
sometime in the future.
Okay, I'm excited.
Madam Web and her tween team versus Morbius.
Oh, I don't want either of them to win. Can both
No,
of them die?
That would be ideal. That would be
Yeah.
fucking perfect.
Right.
Throw
so
Craven the Hunter in too.
we'll start off by saying, in terms of films, Madam Web is more watchable than Morbius.
I
Any
fully
day
agree.
of the week.
I think
I've got them both at 1 star. But I like Morbius a lot less.
I think Morbius is probably more competently made. But on the flip side of that, it's boring as fuck.
Sure.
So yeah. It's less likable.
I would say I like Dakota Johnson a lot more than I like Jared Leto.
Yeah, I mean I'm not huge on either of them, but yeah, I think I'd
feel
agree.
like Jared Leto, when the Morbius trailers were coming out, was very much like, this is the greatest comic book movie of all time.
Mhm.
Dakota Johnson knew the film was ass.
Yeah, I respect that, to be
She
fair.
was terrible. She just took the piss in every interview. Like, it was actually hilarious to watch.
But I can actually see into the future too. And I predict you're gonna love it. And in fact, you're gonna see it twice. Which I did. I did see it twice. You knew.
It's fine.
How did you know?
I only saw it once, but it was a beautiful once.
You got the Blu-ray now, so it needs to happen again.
Yeah. But in terms of a fight, so it's Madam Web and her little gang.
Yeah,
and then
between team,
just Morbius.
just Morbius.
Statistically, you're probably thinking Madam Web because more people equals more power.
No, the thing is, we need to consider: do these girls have powers,
True.
or do these girls get powers in the future? I fucking love that exchange. The villain comes up and he's like, "The girls get powers in the future," and then she's like, "They get powers in the future?" Like, yeah, we know that. We just heard.
And the Oscar for original screenplay goes to.
Oh, it has to happen. Madam Web sweep, I beg.
She was researching spiders in
the Amazon. Oh god.
So if they haven't got powers, then they're kind of useless.
Yeah. Although they still beat Ezekiel Sims. Spoilers for Madam Web. They still beat Ezekiel Sims at the end of the film. Thanks to Pepsi Cola. Thanks to Pepsi Cola.
The best use of something like that in a movie.
Yeah, for sure. Doesn't get in the way at all. It blinds right in. Yeah, it blinds right in.
You might as well have like an advert come on when you see that sign. Like,
yeah, pretty much.
Pepsi, all new refreshing flavor.
And it's seen multiple times in the film as well. It's ridiculous.
Madam Web v Morbius. I think Morbius
Okay.
is probably coming out on top of that one. As much as I don't want to admit it, because even in terms of like characters, I probably prefer Madam Web to Morbius.
Yeah.
Even though it's very close in terms of they're both terrible characters.
Yeah.
To be fair, I have heard Morbius is cool in the comics.
Yeah, I think so. I've got a Morbius comic, and it wasn't bad. I only bought it because the movie was shit. I regret
I've
it.
heard nothing about Madam Web in the comics, so I don't know what it sounds like.
Nobody knows who Madam Web is. Strange choice to make a movie.
I'm gonna lock in Morbius. I think.
Okay,
I
so you're not saying Madam Web.
No, I think Morbius would.
What a cool, crisp, refreshing taste.
Have you seen Wayne's World?
Yeah, it's literally like Wayne's World.
All this podcast, Fergus, is giving me a headache. Here, take 2 of these.
I will not bow to any corporate sponsorship.
Yeah, Morbius.
Yeah, I think you're right. But to be fair, Madam Web has her ability to see into the future and predict that you're going to see the movie twice. So, if we take that into account, she might be able to see that Morbius is coming and be ready to like ambush him. Like she could be like, "Oh, Morbius, I'm here alone in this Pepsi warehouse," and then suddenly the 3 Spider Girls come out and beat the shit out of him.
True.
And put a wooden stick through his heart.
True.
Yeah. That could happen.
I'm still going Morbius. Madam Web sucks, man.
Yeah, I think you're right.
In terms of characters, I think Morbius is way cooler than Madam Web. They just absolutely butchered the. They just butchered it, like completely. They butchered it with both, but yeah, I think Morbius would win in a fight.
Excited to see how Kraven the Hunter goes now.
I'm not.
I will not watch that movie unless the general consensus is that it's like Madam Web. If people are saying it's like Morbius, I won't watch it. But if people are saying it's like Madam Web, I'll watch it.
What if people start saying it's good?
I'll watch it.
Good.
Yeah.
So you'll watch it if it's good, and you'll watch it if it's bad. Good.
Yeah, if it's so bad, it's good. If it's like Morbius, I won't watch it. But
I've never laughed more in a cinema than when we went to see Madam Web.
No, me neither. The fucking brilliant.
Madam Web was the funniest movie experience of my life.
Yes. I genuinely adore it for that reason. Terrible film, absolutely terrible. But
I would never watch it on my own.
It.
I would never just throw it on by myself.
Sure. That is torture.
Did you go with Mark the second time?
Yeah, I went with Mark, and I don't think he done. I don't think he was doing well that day because we watched Bob Marley before. I don't think it was the best day of his life.
Mark was contemplating life itself by the end of that day.
No, I don't think he.
He sat through Madam Web twice.
Dude, honestly, I'd sit through it a third time instead of like Bob Marley again.
True.
I hate Bob Marley more. It was a better made movie, but like just boring, you know?
Yeah, fair. Anyway, Morbius, locking it in.
All right, and we know his victory line. Take it away, Jack.
Do I?
It's Morbin time.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, and he morbs all over him.
I think this has got something to do with Spider-Man. I'm intrigued.
And that's all the death battles for today. Thank you for putting my mind at ease after I've seen all these fights taking place across the multiverse, but I never got to see how they ended. I'm glad that you've been able to kind of direct me.
No problem, Fergus. Anytime.
Well, maybe another time in the future. Maybe.
Can you predict the future?
I can.
I predict
you're gonna like this video.
Yeah, and I predict you're all
I think you're gonna like it twice.
Yeah, I think you're gonna watch this video twice.
Yeah.
Thank you for providing us with those hypothetical battles.
It's no issue. It's no issue. I had a fun time. What's happening next week?
I don't know yet.
Okay. Number 9?
Possibly. To be fair, I'm almost done series 5.
That'd be pretty epic. Yeah,
that would be pretty epic. So let us know down in the comments who you would pick to win. If there's any opinions that differ to ours, let us know down in the comments and let us know your reason and why.
There's probably things we're forgetting about these characters that would make this situation a lot more simple.
That's
So
true.
yeah, let us know.
Yeah, next week we might be doing our number 9 part 2.
Yeah.
If Jack has actually watched them all.
All right, we're not doing number 9 next week.
To be fair, I think I can do it. I think I watched 4 episodes today. So
Dude, okay, let's just remember when you were gonna watch everything whilst you're on holiday, and then had to watch an entire season in the bath the night before we recorded.
no, I only watched 1 episode in the bath,
Okay,
and I
well,
came out the bath and watched the rest.
Still.
So yeah, if not, there I will cook up a storm.
Hell yeah.
I promise.
In Jack we trust.
Yes.
To be fair, I've not been on the receiving side of a challenge for a while.
True. We should maybe do that instead. Maybe
so I don't have to do any work. I can just yeah, that'd be nice.
Okay. Thank you all for watching or listening to this episode of the Popcorn Podcast. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, turn on that bell.
Oh yeah, that's the new
Fergus
one.
informed me of last week. Hit that notification bell so you are notified every time I upload. And we will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye.